Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and I am so fortunate to have some voice of reasoning for me this week, and that is none other than the guru himself, Coach Van Pettaway. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great this morning, Dr. Prince, and I hope all is well everywhere else. You know, other than being cold, I think it's a good day,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a good day. It's a cold day, and it's a day twice, or should I say 3 times removed from the event that was this past Saturday. And all I can say is my. And, you know, with all that being said, Coach, sometimes you just ain't nothing you can say, right? You just got to shake the dust off and keep on moving, right?
Yeah, that's true. You know, life is going to present obstacles for us, and they're going to present challenges for us, and this was a very challenging weekend for both of our alma maters.
Yeah, and I think challenging is a understatement right now. You're being generous right now, Coach. I'm going to keep it moving forward, sir, and we'll have to relive these past show-ups or attempt to show-ups, and then we'll move forward to this week's contest. So, as I say, let the games begin, sir.
Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to start out down in Grambling, Louisiana, where Grambling played host to Bethune-Cookman, and Grambling won that game 28-14. I'm going to give the Tigers a A in that game, for that game, and I'm going to give Bethune-Cookman, I'll give them a C. They didn't seem to be inspired during this football game.
Yes, sir. Well, that seems to be the theme this week, uninspired. But I'm going to give Grambling an A, and I'll give Bethune-Cookman a C-, sir.
All righty. And then on down to Lorman, Mississippi, where Alcorn State played host to Mississippi Valley. The battle of the Delta, part of the Delta, and Alcorn State won that game 24-3. I'm going to give Alcorn an A, and I'm going to give my Valley team a C- in this one.
Well, I'm giving the same on both of them. I'm giving a slight edge, A+ to Alcorn. They're smelling blood, Coach.
Oh, yes.
And they got a big matchup, of course, we're going to talk about later on this weekend. And if they do what they're capable of, before you know it, they'll be in the driver's seat.
Right. And then on over to Arkansas Pine Bluff, where they played host to Jackson State. The Jackson State Tigers won that game 40-14. Jackson State to get an A for that contest, and I'm going to have to give Pine Bluff a C-.
Yes, sir. I think this is the theme again, Coach. A. Now, I do have a question of, I guess it's almost legitimacy. And I understand the historical factor that Jackson State has. Let me get my grades first. A for Jackson and C- for Pine Bluff. But Jackson has a young lady who kicked 3 extra points.
Yep.
And she was awarded Player of the Week. And I get it, but I don't get it because I thought, especially Special Teams Player of the Week, that pressure kick that Southern's kicker kicked to sit in the game in the overtime, 54 yards, Coach, it doesn't get more clutch than that, in my opinion. But I do get it, and I don't want nobody to start sending me no bad emails and phone calls about me being a male chauvinist. That's not what it's about. But they were already up comfortably, and she came in as a reserve kicker, and I understand that. But that 54-yard kick with 8 seconds or whatever it was left, that's pressure. That's money kicking, Coach.
Absolutely. And speaking of the aforementioned game, Southern played host to Texas Southern. Southern won that game 23-17. I'm going to give Southern a B+, and I'm going to give Texas Southern a C in this game.
You know what, Coach? This is going to sound so crazy. I have Southern at a B+, but I'm giving Texas Southern an A-. Okay. And here's why. I know it's going to sound crazy. They handled the Jags from start to finish, man, for 58 minutes. 58 minutes. That's why I go back to that kick from 54 yards. Because when they sent it to overtime, I said, oh, they didn't find a way. So I gave them an A-. It was by far one of the most entertaining games throughout the entire week.
Yep. And Southern, they're barely holding on. They're doing what they need to do, and they're still winning. So I guess that's what the Jaguar Nation is expecting, and that's what they're looking for.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, we can't wait any longer. We go to Birmingham, Alabama first, where Alabama State was the home team, and they played host to Alabama A&M in the Magic City Classic, the largest HBCU crowd so far this year. Alabama State won that game 31-16. I'm going to give Alabama State an A. They won the game. They won the halftime, and it was a tie in the press conference. And I'm going to give my Bulldogs a C-. There was no way that we could come out and play any poorer than we played Saturday.
We must have the same notes for this week, sir, because I'm simply on that same wavelength. Now, it started out great. Then Alabama State kind of wheeled their way past your Bulldogs, and I was, like I said, surprised. I thought that Alabama A&M would have come out with a little more fire in the engine this past weekend.
Right, but you closed the halftime down by going ahead scoring a touchdown. You got 8 seconds left, and in 2 plays they score because you give up a pass play, and then they throw it in a Hail Mary, and it's answered for you to go down at halftime. We just didn't. We were in lockstep all day. We just weren't there.
Wait till I compare my notes from what I witnessed. So I feel you. You're not alone, sir. You're definitely not alone this week. You know. So yes, sir.
So we're gonna run down to Tallahassee now, where Florida A&M played host to your Prairie View Panthers. Florida A&M won that game 45-7, and I'm gonna give it Florida A&M an A in this game, and I'm gonna have to give your Panthers a D for no defense.
A D for no D. D don't stand for dandy. Come on, Coach. Look, I'm returning to the scene of the crime, right? And it kind of validates what I thought about FAMU from the start of the season. I predicted them to go 10-1. They're on course for that right now as we speak. I know they got your Bulldogs coming up, but they're hot right now, Coach. I gave them an A+. And, Coach, I am going to have to, no doubt, give my Panthers an F. Okay? And if the truth be told, an F-. Okay? Because it was terrible. And what made it so terrible, you talked about a Hail Mary play. How about giving up a 97 3-play drive for a touchdown?
Wow.
97 yards in 3 plays for a touchdown. Couldn't get out of our own way. We tied it. We didn't tie it. Never got close. It was tied at the start of the game. But at halftime, got it to 14-7. Okay, you feel the momentum. And what happened in that second half, I'm still in memory mode trying to figure out how do we get to where we were. It is very, very disheartening to see this team. And it made me ask the question, did this year's program underachieve or did we overvalue them? But this was a pretty bad representation. That's all I could say. And it's not good. The temperature has dropped here in Prairie View. It's homecoming week. And when I say spirits are down, spirits are absolutely down, sir.
Homecoming, they have an opportunity to bring those spirits back up. Alumni will be in town. Former players, and everybody will be there to try to pick the spirits up. So let's just
well, hold on. Let's put a side note to that. So they will be in town, okay? And I don't think a hurricane, a snowstorm is going to stop the folks from coming to celebrate homecoming.
Right.
But will they attend the game? That is where it's going to be a high question mark, at least from my vantage point.
Right. And it's not just at Prairie View. When you look at Gramblin's attendance this past week, if I remember correctly, they played at home and they only had, I think, 4,500. They only had 4,500 people in attendance. Arkansas Pine Bluff had a very low attendance. So I think it's just nationwide where the fans are just not coming out like they should. Now, Florida A&M had a great crowd. Of course,
22,000 plus. Yes, sir. Right. 69,000 for your people. And with all due respect, sir, I didn't attend Pine Bluff. I didn't attend Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't attend your beloved Alabama A&M, nor did I attend Alabama State and any other school that you mentioned. I am concerned about the lack of concern about my beloved Panthers. And it might be an epidemic, as Mr. Eddie George attested to last couple of weeks. And it makes you wonder, Coach, do we love it like we say, or should we continue to spend the money that we are spending? We say we need to spend more money, but as any type of common sense investor or logical investor, why would you continually put more money into something when the people won't even put it into it themselves?
Right. You're not getting a return on your investment is what
right.
it really boils down to.
Right. And so, you work with what you got and improve on what you have, and then come back and see me if you show that you are worthy of handling what you're handling. Because you and I both know and agree, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it, we are in far more better shape today than just 10 years ago when it comes to financial support. And the people appear to be more interested then than they are now. You got better facilities. You got more widespread coverage. You have a little bit more vested interest, and maybe that's part of the problem. When you try to compensate, sometimes you overcompensate, and you make it so readily, easily for people to just flip a switch, turn on, or whatever the device or, and watch from afar. Right. I don't know if there's a remedy to that, but this is where we are right now. And personally, I don't think we have deep enough fan base that we could do both of them.
Right. I agree, Doc. I agree. Well, we're going to start this week off. It starts off with a Thursday night game with Bethune-Cookman playing host to Mississippi Valley. In this contest, I'm going with the home team. I got Bethune-Cookman all the way in this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're calling this one the Drano Bowl of the East, because this loser would definitely be bringing up the rear. And I'm thinking the Wildcats will have enough, especially being on a Thursday night, the distance that Valley will have to travel to get to Daytona. And I think that the Wildcats will be ready to strike on those Delta Devils. Right.
All right, then we're going to run down to Jackson, Mississippi, where Jackson State plays host to Texas Southern. I'm going with JSU in this contest.
Whew, Coach, I said I wasn't going to go against JSU no more this year. And I'm going to have to be a man of my word. But you talking about looking and watching how Texas Southern, they gave that game away, man. And I think this is going to be a bit of a carryover. And I think they're going to try to give it a little fight, but I think JSU is going to have enough in the tank to finish this thing from home.
Okay. All right. Then we're going to run down to Mobile, Alabama, where Alabama State is going to be playing host to Grambling in Mobile. I hate that they took this game away from their home field, but I'm still going to go with Bama State because I think they're in a groove right now.
Yes, sir. Bama State is hot right now. They're trekking. And if I'm not mistaken, I forgot to do a final analysis. They still have a strong bidding to finish a strong second place in the East.
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All righty. So we're both in agreement there. Then here's what I think is the game of the week. Southern at Alcorn. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, but
no,
I don't
it ain't.
think they're going to let them out of the reservation. I'm going with Alcorn on this one.
Man, Alcorn, night and day. They're smelling blood, as I mentioned earlier. You got Coach Fred McNair, who it seemed like he was created for such moments of these right now. I know that Hugh Jackson, not Hugh Jackson, but Dooley is winning, but it's almost accidental wins. Mm-hmm. You know, the defense has been their mainstay right now. Flood only threw for 58 yards last week, and they still got. You're not going to be able to do that against Alcorn. Alcorn, I just think that, and to be quite honest with you, Coach, I don't even think it's going to be close this week.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, so we're both in agreement on that. And now we can go to our alma maters. We'll start with my alma mater first. We play host to Florida A&M. This is a clean knockout, Florida A&M.
Well, Coach,
without hesitation.
I understand, Coach. I understand, and it ain't you. We know it ain't nothing personal. You know, as they say, I love you like a fat kid loves candy. But they ain't happening, Coach. It ain't happening. Yeah. You know, even though FAM technically has sealed everything up, they will be the representation from the East because with the loss you guys had last week and their win, they still want to finish strong and go in with all the momentum they have because they still have some untapped business to take care of. So FAM you all day on this one, Coach.
All right. And then that'll lead us up to your Panthers. They play it's homecoming. They play host to Arkansas Pine Bluff. PV will bounce back in this game.
They better. They sure better, Coach. Now, this is what's so important about these remaining 3 games, man. Prairie View must win out just to finish 6-5. And it starts Saturday, and I think in spite of, there will be enough mojo in the tank that they should find a way to beat the Golden Lions.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
But
so
they
now
better. They better. They better.
So now we're tied on everything, so we're going to go to the MEAC. You got Norfolk going to North Carolina Central. I don't think that's a good game to pick because I think we both would say that Central's going to win that game. You know, I've been going all year with Norfolk. Then you got Howard at South Carolina, and you got Delaware State at Morgan State.
I think that would be probably the better balance. Delaware and Morgan would be the better balance.
Okay. In this game,
yes, sir.
Going up. Okay, but see, I would have to go with the home team on this. I'm going with Morgan.
Well, just because, you know, the season's shot anyway, I'll go with Delaware.
Okay.
So you know, what the heck, Coach? Why not, right? You know, I'll go ahead and go with Delaware just for the sake of having a winner. But this has been a hot mess, man, and it started for me back at Grambling, and I ain't been right since, Coach, but we'll make it do what it has to do as they continue on. Well, I know you hear those whistles blowing and those balls bouncing in the gym. Huh,
oh, yes. It's that time now, and I've had the opportunity to go up and watch our men and women perform, and things are looking up on both sides for us in basketball. So we'll be looking forward to the season. Now, in the West, Southern and Alcorn, 4-1. This is showdown time. And I think the winner of this game will be in the driver's seat in terms of trying to win the West.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. The winner of this game, and I'll go on record and say, will win the West.
Gotcha.
They will, in spite of, because when you look at it, Alcorn has already beaten Grambling, correct? Oh no, had they played? They haven't played. They played.
Yeah. Wait, you said Alcorn has already. You think they've already beaten Grambling?
I'd have to check the cross reference on that.
Yeah, they beat Grambling.
Right. Alcorn is already. Right. They beat Grambling, and if Alcorn beats Southern, it doesn't matter what happens at the Bayou Classic, because they would have had head-to-head against both of them, and Alcorn would have finished up against.
Well, now you know they still got Jackson State now at Jackson.
I'm not worried about that game.
At Jackson.
I'm not worried about that game. I'm not worried about that game. I'm not worried about that game. And here's why I say that, Coach. Here's why I say that. They would have that head-to-head against Grambling, Southern, and everybody else in the West. This is the championship week for Alcorn. Think about it.
The Jackson State game, okay, it's not a divisional game, but it's a conference game.
It's a conference game, but even if they lose to Jackson, they still got the head-to-head if they beat.
Right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So this is their championship weekend. Go and figure that. And if that happens, Coach McNair will be able to do something that we know no one has ever done in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and that is win an Eastern and Western division title.
Wow, we got some history coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so
history coming up.
Yes, sir. And you're at the reservation, Coach.
Mm-hmm. Those people should, if they understand the implications of this game, they should be out in full force.
Man, the only people that would be able to get in that game from Baton Rouge would be the players. you got what I'm saying? And they, you can say what you want to say, and what I appreciate about how Alcorn operates when it comes to budget-wise, no, they're not in the upper echelon. They're in the lower tier of budget, but they make it work. And that's why I appreciate and respect what McNair does, how he gets it done, the consistency. Yeah, we all have our challenges. We all have our problems. But they make it work, Coach. They make it work. And that's why this is going to be a knockdown drag-out, but I really believe Alcorn is going to blow the hinges off the door this weekend.
I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think Southern's going to go in there and lay down. I don't think they're going to lay an egg.
No. They're not going to lay down. They're going to get put down.
Well, Alcorn's got to have balance. They got to be able to run the football and at the same time have that passing game going, because, all year long, they've struggled running the football.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. And with that being said, Coach, I guess we didn't suffer through this week, and we'll see if we'll be better standing. But as this said, we become spectators for sure right now and see what the other side is going to be doing, right, sir?
Right. I mean, we both limping to the finish line, and we're both sitting here wondering if our team's going to have a winning season.
Yeah, well, there's no ABC cartoon said I'm just a bill sitting on the hill at Capitol Hill, waiting to become a law, man. And I let it be a law that at least, as you mentioned, we have a winning season.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, look, I'm not going to get depressed any longer. I am going to allow you to have some closing thoughts and comments, sir, as we continue to move on this Southwestern Athletic Conference football journey.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to this weekend, especially the game we just talked about, Southern and Alcorn, and we'll see where the chips will fall. And I want to continue to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, sir. We really appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Well, I thank you, sir, and thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the fun that we have in spite of.
Oh, yeah.
In spite of my Panthers come in on 4 flat tires, you know, but it's going to be all right. I'm still going to root for PV because regardless, I suffered through the 0-88s, so I can suffer through a struggling 3-5 as we speak right now. So with that being said, he is the guru, Coach Van Pettaway. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget, follow me on X at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and listen to our 24-hour stream on the website, obnradio.com. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.